Hey, Gutfoxx here. Welcome to MLB Market Monday, Tuesday. And it doesn't matter. Okay, we got a lot of things to talk about. We got Tops Now, live series, flash sale, wrap up, big collection, investing in event BR cards, face of the franchise, and those investments and stuff. So let's go through some of those previous investments that we did talk about, considering the we want to look back at our past talks and see how they did. So face of the franchise, right? A lot of these cards are up in value. You're seeing things broaching 20K. Some of the guys that like minned out Brian Reynolds was like 9K up to 14K here. So exactly like we thought, right? Once the supply was gone, the price was going to go up. So the people that did invest in a few of these cards, I didn't have a lot of stubs at the time. I invested in two, I guess, Reynolds, so I'm up a little bit there. I guess it could sell off now. I was kind of going to wait for these things to be a part of the big collection. By the big collection, for those that don't know, going back to MLB The Show 21, what happens is like they'll put out a collection and it's like basically the same as like a live series collection, okay? And it's very hard to do, very expensive, okay? But it's going to be like all the legends and flashbacks. So it's basically going to be these things. And you get like different tokens or whatever to put into another collection. Last year, the first one was Mariano Rivera. I think he was the best closer of the rest of the year. And he came out in May last year. So look for that maybe at the end of the month. Obviously, we don't have an updated schedule, so we don't know when it's going to come or what's on its way after the 5th April Monthly Awards, which we'll get to in a second. So definitely something to look into, like the face of the franchise guys. If you are going to do that, is it worth it? It really depends on where you're at. Live series is probably a better collection to do at this moment. The issue is live series is only going to get a little bit more expensive, especially like I've talked about. If we get a stub sale, like Trout's going to go up another 50K. You know, we might see a rise in Ohtani. We have other Acuna might go up a little bit too. So I think one of the biggest risers, usually the biggest gatekeeper, is Mike Trout, and he usually goes up. We could see him broaching 500K by like July-ish. I think he got up to mid 500s last year into July, and then by the time like earliest July rolled around, they came out with a 90+ live series pack and part of their programs. Like last year was the inning program, this year would be like the face of the franchise program. So I just want to, or the spring cleanup program, whatever. We get another one in 17 days, another one after that, 2 weeks after that. So it's like they're getting shorter. But anyways, let's go back to talk about other previous investments. We want to talk about the flash sale. So what happened with the flash sale? I think like a lot of us in the flash sale originally were looking at like the top cards. And now some of the top cards did do very well. Who is that? Was it the first baseman? There's one of these one of the not Torkelson. Torkelson hasn't done really well, but shoot, I can't remember exact positions right now. He's up to like 60K. I feel like it's going kind of wild. Price is up in price, but yeah, so the price is there. So like some of the cards did end up going up even higher out of that. They're up to like 70K out of something. Dunn is up to 47. He was down to like 38 during the sale. So even some of the higher cards did get a little bit of a boost. Obviously, you're going to lose a little bit more just off of sales and whatnot on him. I'm having trouble finding the guy I was looking at in my binder. I was like, whoa, he's up to 70K. But like, I guess price is a good representation. Franco up to 46 when he was down. So the low cards in that set are also up quite a bit. I should really just go to my binder. I'm mind blanking right now. I guess Houston Street is one of them. He was down to 10K. He's up to 14K as you see right there. I guess I could show that the graph. This will be the only one. Like, right? A lot of the graphs look exactly like that, right? You see the big fall off on the sale date. I guess we can go over and look for it. Where is it? Where is it? It's not that. No. Where is the sale? There it was. And then it went down. Okay. All right. And now it's kind of slowly climbing back up. So either you can sell it now and take your stubs and use that stuff to flip, or you can wait. Like I said, maybe we'll get another stub sale, maybe we'll get another pack flash sale before the big collection. That's always a risk to Houston Street's price. So if you do sell them, I would expect them to do something else over the next few weeks, whether it be a stub sale that makes prices go up, or another flash sale, or maybe even both of them, because we have a while in May, and they like to do a lot of flash sales and stuff I would say, few weeks. Not every week, obviously. 2 weeks is maybe a little short time for him, but it's going to happen. At least some point, they're going to bring back another flash sale. Maybe they'll bring back live series cards at some points. But anyways, So those were a couple investments that we talked about on stream. Oh yeah, on YouTube too. Talked about that. Let's also talk about one that failed for us. So the biggest failure so far was when we talked about investing in event cards, some BR stuff. Now BR stuff's doing fine, but I want to talk about the failure of the events. Okay. Last year we didn't see event rewind packs until much later, if I recall correctly. This year they are bringing it, and so like, let me go to relief pictures. I just want to show one of the biggest ones. Steve Cishek, right? If you invested him in and didn't sell off, I luckily didn't invest in this card. But this card went from, it's tough to see it, but once they did the event rewind right there, I wish they'd just like get rid of this part of the graph and like fix up graphs overall, normalize them. But like right here was a big drop in him, right? Because they brought the event rewind stuff. So it's no longer, I would say, like super safe. And that's investing, right? Some of them are going to work. Some of them are going to lose, but overall, the works generally work out more often than you lose, but the losses feel harder. Like that, they say like a loss feels 4 times as hard as a win. So even though you can win a majority of the time, you'll still feel like you're losing overall due to the losses. But just, stick with the pattern. C-Shack was an L. No doubt about it. Now, is it worth it to grab C-Shack? Do we think the next event's going to have an event rewind pack? I would say it's, 30% chance we're going to get another event rewind pack. But I don't know. Are they going to do it 2 in a row? Maybe they do. It's a highly risky investment. If they don't, maybe C-Shack goes back up in price. That I just wanted to kind of let you guys know about the positives and the downside of this. But a 91 overall reliever, probably the best right-handed reliever in the game right now. I don't know who I like better than the Steve C. Like, some people really enjoy what the other Sidewinder. I am so bad right now. I got to drink more coffee or something. The other Sidewinder, but I think C-Shack's the best in the game. Like, he's better than Eckersley by far, better than Mariano. Lefty. God, there's a lot of lefties in this game right now. Better than Class A. Houston Street is trash compared to him. So, like, C-Shack is going to be the ace of a lot of bullpens. And getting, like, the best right-handed reliever in the game for $16K, like, that's got to be, like, a deal because he's going to be in bullpens for a while. And the fact that he's only $16K, I don't hate an extra buy on that. So let me go ahead and let me just grab another one myself, put my money where my mouth is, and let's throw another one up for our own sake. Okay, so after Steve and other event rewards, BR golds look to be going up. I'm a little interested. I haven't done a lot of BR grinding this time around. I've got very little done in the program. I guess I'm only 28. We got 2 weeks left to do that, so I'll probably be playing some BR here. But these cards, I will say, the bronze ones, I actually have no idea. I didn't look up these ones. These ones, I'm looking at the blue line here, about the same for a lot of these bronze ones. These ones really haven't done anything. Stayed around 2,100. 2,100, I feel like, is a little high for the bronzes. But, like, some of these cards, I kind of want to look at the Watson here. Okay. This Watson, do you see how it's kind of, like, edging back up for the All-Star? We could be seeing a little bit of a bounce here because, like, what happens with these programs is people finish them and then, like, they're all out of supply, right? People finish them, put them on the market. Now it looks like the supply might be drying up a little bit with Garrett Cole. And I will say, like, buying these things today maybe is not a great idea. You want to buy generally on content days. It's days that they put out packs and stuff because people sell off to get coins or, stubs for packs and everything. But Grandal. So anyways, you see kind of a general trend outside of Buxton, who's, I guess Buxton's up a little bit. Sorry, that was Watson. Buxton, who's kind of stayed flat. So overall, the golds are up. The silver's kind of going up a little bit too. Those are general stats. And I think it's, due to maybe silvers being here earlier, and that's why they went up a little bit earlier than golds. But that's kind of the BR program. Might not be a bad idea to hold those things because the collection is coming. Winter is coming, right? Or summer is coming. And that's definitely going to affect prices in a big way. I know SDS is working hard to kind of, like, I wouldn't say screw over investors, but, like, make it harder for investors to make stubs this year off a lot of things like that, off holding cards. So it's always risky, but some of those cards are decent. Other decent cards I want to talk about, Tops Now with April, that monthly program coming up here. So we just got our one sold to us. Nice. All right, so this Top Now card, like a lot of these cards, so you have to work through the program, right? You have to get these cards, and that's a good thing. A lot of these cards are really going for quick sell value. Now, not all these cards, as we saw with previous Tops Now, are going to go up. You got to pick the winners and losers. Now, a lot of people, as you see when the price continues to go down, are just selling off their cards, right? Some people are investing. This one's gone up a little bit, it looks like. This one's up bigly with Hunter Green. People seem to like that Hunter Green card, though. So, like, Hunter Green's actually getting used in people's teams the same way, like, the craziness of this King card, which is basically free to everybody, being so high, right? He's 10,000 stubs or thereabouts because of his movement, because of his pitches, because of everything about him. He's a good reliever. I feel like it's a little easy to read, but he's a good reliever overall because of that movement and sinker and velocity and all good pitches. I don't think there's a lot of risk to buying some of these cards, especially the ones that are near quick sell value. If you guys needed a refresher on that, quick sell value is right here above my head. So 84 is quick sell for 1,500 stubs. And some of these 84s, I don't know if this one at 2,400. So you do have a little bit of a downside there, 2,600 on them, 1,000 stub downside. But like, people just are stub greedy, and not a lot of people really look forward to the future and can hold off. Like, these happened like weeks ago, right? Like, the fact that people need stubs now, they're my stubs and I need them now. You're gonna see a lot of people buying back into them, or else, like, why would the price go down if people weren't selling them off? So you're gonna see a lot of these prices that were, I hate this Xbox glitch, that were like twice as high, you know, maybe rebounding to that as people buy their cards back. Okay, so not a bad idea to have a couple of them at least. Maybe not throw your whole stack into them. I do feel like this Michael King card might be the kingmaker here because of how good he is and how many people just want him for his rotation. The thing is, like, if Michael King goes up to like 20K, we'll see some people going to sell him off because that is kind of outrageous for a free card. But it's tough because this is you know, downside is so big. That's a bigger risk. But, you know, being potentially the gatekeeper to the program, who knows? People might be waiting for the full thing to do their cards too. They can always get alt accounts and sell it off too. So anyways, that's always a risk. When, like, you can get stuff for free, people can just make multiple accounts and get it, and then take the stubs and do stub things with them. I know people like you know, transferring's gotten a lot of people banned and stuff, but people still do it with their farms and everything. And some people get caught, some people don't. So, you know, Madden, it's more than likely people were transferring it through farm accounts, and that's why Madden got rid of a lot of stuff like that, because of farm accounts. And EA hates farmers; they hate Middle America. It's true. So, what else? We talked about BR. We talked about Face of the Franchise, investment in live series. Yeah, I talked about the 90+ stub guys. Yeah. Investments. I don't know how many of you guys are flipping currently. I know equipment are doing pretty decent. It looks like a lot of these ranges are still kind of close, but it is looking like, I think, like, the best thing investing in some cards is like putting some of these things in. Canerco. What do 82 quick sell for? 82's quick sell for 900. So if I just put in like a buy now, create buy now, I think the minimum I can put it in is 900. I think I can get that sold to me. Or I should have done like 901. Get that sold to me and put it up for 1,100. Easy stubs. So there's plenty of opportunities out there. Yeah, the spreads aren't great, but you can still make coins off that. Equipment, they generally get sold, bought quick. Yeah, I got it now. Create sell order. It's still super easy to do a lot of this stuff. So definitely don't overlook the market and everything on cards, on how to make stubs that way. I gotta mention that most of these things. There was one other thing I wanted to mention as far as grinding the market, and now I can't remember. Oh, investment in live series cards. A lot, like, they were super aggressive in a lot of these updates. So it's not a bad idea, like, with these aggressiveness and guys that are gonna go up. So, like, all right, one of the biggest things you can do is, say you expect Crone to go up some more because he's been playing well. He's up big against righties today. He's done well, okay? So currently in 81 quick sells for 600 stubs, and you're like, okay, 600 stubs, but his sell now is 800. If Crone gets updated to a price, like, do you see Kiner, how there's none listed? If he gets updated where his quick sell is now like 1,500, okay, and you got stuff in at 600, nobody's gonna be putting bids up at 1,500 for CJ Crone unless they expect him to go up even higher, right? So what ends up happening is people make mistakes and will just sell to you on the market, right? So, like, you put in a bunch of these things. I can't see how many sellers are out there. You put in a bunch of them at, like, you know, 600. Yeah, you're locking in stubs for a while. This is, I would do this the day before, though. Don't lock in your stubs this early because it's going to be like another week and a half before they update rosters. But it's not a bad idea to have there. Hayes is having a good year. If he gets updated even further, although he's playing down today, so Inside Edge doesn't love him. It's not a bad idea. That's a great strat right before the roster change to put those in. But that's the last thing. Video's gone on. I've ran a little too long in this video. Sorry, 15 minutes of market nonsense. I will see you guys later. Please like, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Bye.